Today I have the last video of my amazing trip around the world in 80 days. Stay with me to see the last steps of this trip.
Yeah, sure. If you want to make one of these at home, you get a plastic bag that comes, with a sheet. Around the bottom here is a straw frame.
Hi guys, and welcome again to a new video and a new adventure of day 77 of my amazing trip around the world in 80 days. It's my second day in Jacksonville City in Florida, and today I am going to visit the Museum of Science and History in Jacksonville. Before we dive into the details on this trip, I want to thank you for stopping by and watching this video.
I know that you were wanting to trip during but then
Not far from downtown, I like it to visit one of the famous museums in the city, the Museum of Science and History, or MOSH. It is a fantastic place for anyone interested in science, local history, and art. The museum has hands-on exhibit for all ages, including a planetarium where you can explore the stars and learn about space, plus exhibits that dive into Jacksonville's unique nature and cultural history.
His inventions, believing that invention should be free to all and an opportunity to help others. He invented the lightning rod, the functional stove, bifocal glasses, and also demonstrated that lightning and electricity are the same using his famous kite experiment, as well as various other scientific discoveries, including early theories of refrigeration.
The Museum of Science and History, or MOSH, is Jacksonville's most visited museum, sitting right along the St. Johns River. Originally established in 1941 as the Jacksonville Children's Museum, MOSH moved to its current location in 1969 and has evolved over the years to include exhibit for all ages. Its goal has always been to inspire curiosity in science, history, and the nature world, which it achieved through interactive exhibit and its notable Bryan-Gooding Planetarium. The planetarium, one of the largest in Florida, lets visitors take a cosmic journey to explore the stars, planets, and beyond.
Built to meet their specific size and mission requirements. The location and close proximity of the hangars to the runway created an ever-growing safety issue for new jet platforms. Additionally, their height interfered with visual sight. The structure was relatively simple and allowed for fast construction. The Atlanta-based firm, Robert & Company, began construction of the hangars on October 7, 1940, and the hangars were operational 3 months later. At the time the last one hangar was complete, the United States had entered the war against Japan.
You said it wasn't true.
I said it was right.
Why? Because we haven't heard a lot of things about it.
Yeah, sure.
If you want to make one leak at home, you get a plastic bag that comes, with a seat. Around the bottom here is a straw frame and 2 strings going across it. In there is a little aluminum cup that you fall out of this plain aluminum. And that stuff that's dephlogistianized in there is a solid alcohol, can't heat. And so you light it, and then historical testimony.
As I stand here on day 79 with only one more day until I complete my full circle around the world, I am filling with a mix of emotions, gratitude, excitement, and a bit of disbelief. It's surreal to think that what started as a dream inspired by childhood stories of traveling the world in 80 days is now almost a reality. Growing up, I read about adventurous explorers, dreams, and characters who set off on life-changing journeys. And I always wondered what it would be like to see the world in such a way. Now I can say that I have been lucky enough to do just that. This journey was more than just about checking off places on a map. It was about discovering new cultures, meeting incredible people, and challenging myself. Every city, from bustling metropolises to tranquil landscapes, has left a lasting impression on me. Now, as my adventure winds down, I look back on these last 80 days with gratitude and excitement. Tomorrow, I am heading back to Toronto, completing the full circle of this trip around the world. I hope you enjoyed following along in this journey as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. It's May 22nd, so it is my 79th day since I left Canada, Toronto. So only one day I complete around the world, in 80 days before I go to Toronto again. Here is Jacksonville, US in Florida. So the trip is finished almost 24 hours and that's it. So let's enjoy it. Hope that you enjoyed with my videos and hope you enjoyed the information, whatever I provide. And see you in next trips. Maybe another 80 days around the world, but different places, different countries. And see you. Ciao. 6 هذا. ايه.
وانا نقولين
ايه.
الفجر برضو انا مطعم.
ايه.
ده شركة ودلتا؟
لا American Airlines. هذا airport. I feel a deep sense of accomplishment, knowing that I set out with this dream, something so many of us share, and followed it all the way through. It is something that taught me that even the biggest dream can come true with enough courage and curiosity. Now, when I step into that final flight back to Toronto, I will have completed my own journey around the world in 80 days. And I hope that by sharing this experience, I can inspire even a few of you to take a step towards your own dream, whatever they may be.
Items to discard and hand them to the flight attendants. For your safety, please ensure your seatbelt is securely fastened. We will be landing shortly.
So here is today 80, the final chapter in this story, but hopefully just the beginning of many more adventures. Thank you for joining me on this journey around the world. Let's make tomorrow unforgettable. Before I wrap up, I would love to hear from you. Your comments and questions have been such a big part of this journey, and I want to make sure I address as many as possible in my next video, where I will be recapping the entire trip. One question that's come up a lot is, how much did this trip cost? And why did I choose these specific cities? I will definitely dive into these, but if there is anything else you are curious about, my experience, travel tips, or anything that surprised me along the way, drop it in the comments below. I would love to respond to your questions and thoughts and make the next video as helpful and insightful as possible for all of you. See you in my next video and talk totally and the most highlights of this amazing trip around the world in 80 days. Until then, stay curious and see you in my waiting video, and always travel far with Bashar.